Okay, got the field all back together, got everything tested, and diagnostics done on it. I got all the new parts I bought put on. So we'll go and look at. We'll go ahead and look at everything and do the diagnostics check to show you how that works. I didn't want to really show every little thing I did because this really wasn't a deep restoration. I did go through all the mechanics. I did lubricate everything that was moving parts. I did replace every single light bulb in the whole system. I did clean the play field really well. I got the glass off and was able to scrub down. I do have to order wax for the to re-wax it. I have brand new balls in the machine. It's very important to have very clean balls in the machine because if those play balls have dirt on them, or if there's dirt inside or anywhere in the system, it'll drag that dirt around and ruin the paint in the play field. So I made sure I took apart everything and cleaned everywhere the ball could go to make sure that everything stays clean, and plus make sure you have brand new balls in the machine. All the solenoids work, all the switches have been cleaned. I cleaned all the contacts really good. I didn't use an abrasive file or anything for the contacts that make signal contact. I did use a rough piece of cardboard, essentially. And there was a few that didn't work on, and then I did have to get in there and rough it up a little bit. But it's an old machine, and some of the switches, and they work great once you clean them up real good. When we go through the diagnostics, I'll show you a few things that don't work, and I have a very short list of things to order. One thing on my order list is new legs. The reason being is these legs I modified for wheels so that I could roll it around the garage and not be in my way all the time. And when I move it in the house, I want nice, good, brand new legs on it. I probably will paint some of the back box just because it's got some chips on it, but the stencil job on the front and side, maybe not. I put a new piece of chrome right here on the back glass. I ordered that up. I got to get another piece of chrome down here, which is the holds the glass in. It's pretty icky back there, and I just have to order another piece of chrome. So let's take a look at some of those things. If I can get a close-up. There's the new chrome, but as you see, there's lots of paint chips. And I'm not going to grind it down. I'm just going to get a good close paint match, and I'm just going to fill in the spots. The back glass cleaned up real good. The play field cleaned up really well. Now we'll zoom in and see some minor damage. You see there's this cracking, but it's really fine cracking, and I was able to clean all the way down to where I didn't try and get the dirt out of the cracks, but the rest of the play field cleaned up. But there's little bits of missing paint on a few different spots. And I have an aunt who is an artist. She's been painting her whole life painting porcelain. I'm going to get the colors and let her do her magic with this fine brush to repaint up these spots and put in some of the missing words and stuff. She'll be able to take the actual paint colors that I've already sourced online and then match them a little bit for the fading that has gone on over the years. And then I'm going to order wax, and then I'll re-wax the play field. Let's see, all new rubbers, of course. I got the rubbers kit. Pylons, I had all but that pylon right there. There's a pylon missing right behind that one. And so I have to order a pylon there, and then there's a blue pylon up here. Obviously that doesn't belong here. And so this blue pylon will have to get a post, this plastic post. And behind it is supposed to be a mini post, essentially a little dart. So I have to order one of these, and one extra post. This is a mini post. That right there is a mini post. I'll get new skid plates. They'll look like these up here. Well, you can't see it there so good, but you can kind of see it right there. You can kind of see where there's a circular skid plate that sticks down on the play field here. And that's so when the bumper comes down, that doesn't jam the ball and scrape the paint. So, everything's back in place and looking good. I have the glass off, of course. Let's go ahead and fire it up and show it at least coming up. And then we'll do the diagnostics. That's fun to watch. Okay, that's the game ready signal. And down inside the coin box, there's a button to put it in diagnostics mode. It's not much of a button, but it's a button. puts the machine in its diagnostic, which is just incredible how easy these machines are to service. They're just easy. Especially with these programming of diagnostics modes. So I push the button once and we'll go into light mode. This is the high score that's flashing right now. So there's the high score. This is the number of credits I got it in free play. This is the ball and player number 1, 2, 3, or whatever ball I should say, whatever ball you're on. This is player 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you'll notice 4 doesn't come up, and I'll explain that in a second. And let's go into light test mode. Okay, so that triggers it into the light test. Now that means that everything is flashing on the play field. So any light that's supposed to flash is now flashing. And this is how you look to see that all your lights are working. So if there's a light that's solid, it's on solid. And if there's a light that's supposed to be flashing, it's flashing, including up on the back glass too. Now, you'll notice that there's 4, 3, and 1 are flashing, but 2 is not. The bulb is good, but the circuit's not, so I gotta figure out what's wrong with the circuit. There's 2 other bulbs. Here we go. That one. You see one's flashing and one's not. This one's flashing, this one's not. The bulb is definitely good. The wires are good. The socket is good. Nothing's corroded, but something probably on the light control board is not functioning. There's one other light that's not working. I'll zoom in on it. It's the second L, or the first L, whatever you want to say, in the saucer zone. This here saucer ball. This light is not working, but once again, the socket and the bulb are good. Something's wrong with the circuit. The next thing to go into diagnostics is the display, meaning these guys. So hit the button again, and it goes, basically it counts up to 9 on each of the displays. This one is unplugged right now. That number 4 player, I simply have it unplugged. Even though I switched it with another one beside it, the display is actually functional. But there's a socket connector in the back, and the pins are broke on the socket inside. And so the connector I need to order pins for the connector. They just wore down and broke over the years, I guess. But that will be ordered up and fixed. So like I'm saying, it's a real short list of things to fix, and then one last waxing of the field. Next diagnostic mode is the solenoids, and it'll say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and back to 1. What that's doing is it's actually saying what solenoid it's testing, and now let me stop that. So what that was there is the sonar test. Now we're in the sound test, and it just plays the end of game sound. And that lets you adjust the volume, and it lets you validate that everything's working in your sound system. So yeah, very super easy to work machine. One of the things that's interesting is now we're in switch mode. So now we can go touch our switches. So if I hit this button here, you'll notice on the display, each display shows the number of that switch. So that's switch number 24. Up here is switch 30. There's switch 21. And it even fires the bumpers. It's just a great and easy way. There's 27, 28, and 29. And they match in the manual. By the way, I have manuals for this machine. And the manuals you can get reproduced. They're really great manuals for these. Tell you everything about the machines, how everything works. They're really not even expensive. I got them for on eBay for like $30 for all 3 manuals. It was really a great deal. So that's how I test that all the switches are working and are clean, is in the switch mode. I cleaned up all the mechanics, so all the mechanics work fast. Now it's saying that 1 is on because I flipped these down. So it's very easy to test everything. There. So now we're back in gameplay, and we could hit the ball, and everything's working. Oh, drain the ball. Okay, I thought you might want to take a look inside underneath, just for fun. We've seen behind there, but we haven't seen under here yet. So let's take a look at that. Don't forget to take your ball out when you do this part. Inside the door down here, inside the coin mechanism, when you open it up, there's a lever in here. You pull the lever and this skirt comes off. And then this glass that I have sitting behind me here, the glass slides out. And that's how you get the glass out of a pinball machine. And then once the glass is out, oops, you can just lift up the front of this and then you get underneath for service. And there's a prop bar. So there's your prop bar. And let's take a look inside. So first, down inside, you got a speaker down there, you got the chassis wires, you got the tilt mechanism over here, on-off switch, and the coin box is down there. And then of course all the business, and like I say, really easy to work on this stuff. You can access the lower lights from down here. There's certain lights you can only get from on top. Of course the solenoids are all down here. You can test them, fix them from underneath. You have gang box here for your targets. Everything's so easy to fix and work on. It's just incredible. Just take a close flyby of some things, and you'll see just it looks like a lot of wires, but really it's just everything's so easy to work on. And with the manual telling you how to test every single component and how everything wires up with the control boards, it's super easy to figure out why something isn't working. I got just a very short list of things to fix. So we'll put the glass back in. Don't forget to put your ball back in. Put our little skirt apron thing back on. And that secures it so the glass can't come out. And there we go. That's essentially a reasonable re-prep of a machine. It's not a restoration. It's just a go through, see what I got, what do I actually have to fix. There's like 4 little things that have to be fixed and some new legs. And probably not going to do more than this other than maybe wax the, because I read in the manual for this machine that there's a special wax you're supposed to put on the field. Then you take it off after a while and can put it back on again. But that's yet to be seen. Maybe there's better products out there now, since because this machine was, well, it was some sources say it's a 78 machine, 1978, and I've seen other sources that say it was early 79. But depends on the source you read. But maybe there's better products for putting on these play fields now. But the play field is really level, really responsive. Because the machine's on these altered legs that have wheels, I don't have the tilt just right. I'll change that when I move it in the house with the new legs. So, well, I didn't want to show every little thing I did, because really it was just tedious little cleaning and fixing and lubricating and replacing bulbs and cleaning, lots of scrubbing, the field was horribly dirty. I will get some paint on the field before I wax it, and I'll probably just enjoy the machine. I've had this machine for like 5 years. I'm really happy to have it done now. I'm really happy that this is going to go in the house and put it right in where my computers are, and enjoy it every day. It's hard to keep the kids off it already because it's working so nice already, but really nice machine. I'm going to enjoy it for decades. Thanks for joining. If you have questions, post them below. If you have recommendations, post it below. I have seen somebody put LEDs in all of these, and I've had people create sound cards that play more modern sound for this very machine. I'll put links of that Todd Fund for the people that have done that, in case you're interested. I may do some of that too someday. If I do, I will post those alterations. But until next time, thanks for joining. Thumbs up. Bye.